Hello there, my name is Sarah Stout and I am here from Usborne Books More to talk with you about our latest and greatest nonfiction books to engage kids from baby on up. So let's get started. So we have this amazing series called Peek Inside series, which are great nonfiction for beginning readers, but also great for preschoolers too. So these are our two newest, Peek Inside a Beehive and Peek Inside How a Plane Works. And in each of these Peek Inside books, there are flaps that you can lift to be able to learn throughout the book about how a beehive works or how a plane works. I cannot say enough good about this series. We also have a Peek Inside fairy tale series as well that's very similar and equally as beautiful. This is a new one in our questions and answers series. So we have very first questions and answers, and then questions and answers for older kids. And I'll show you some of our newest in that one too. So this one's called Lift the Flap, First Questions and Answers, Why Do Things Die? So this book takes kids through why things die, what is living, and talk about, is it okay to talk about dying, what happens when someone dies, and more. So it's a really delicate way to talk about a sensitive subject, but to be able to approach it in a meaningful way for kids. We have really appreciated that book as we've had a recent death in the family. This is another in our series of nonfiction for younger kids. This is called Look Inside Wild Weather, which we need here right now. We've had some crazy winds recently, but this talks about, as you can see, beautifully illustrated, and it talks about weather and how it impacts our lives all throughout the world. Beautiful illustrations to help kids, and flaps to help kids understand a little bit more how the world works. We also have this, this is an addition to our series called Usborne Beginner Series. So in this beginner series, we have this one called Otters, but these are great nonfiction for beginning readers to learn more, in this case about otters. And there are almost all of our nonfiction is what's called internet linked, where you have a safe website that kids can go on to learn more about this book. In addition to this one, we also have this one called Beginner's History. There's a history one, a science one, and a discovery one as well. So these are exclusive. It can only be purchased in the box set, whereas you can buy some of these individually of the Otters ones. But these are great to talk about different history topics. So digging up history, castles, Vikings, the Maya, Romans, and more. Cannot say enough good about these little $4.99 readers that my family loves. So this one's kind of mixture between story time and nonfiction, but we have some amazing books for preschoolers to teach them about color, shapes, reading, and more. So this happens to be one of them. This one's called Goodnight, Chameleon, and it is the second in a series. So Goodnight, Chameleon has these felt flaps that help little learners be able to practice moving flaps, or they're using their hand-eye coordination, but they're also practicing counting, colors, visual recognition, and more. In our Understanding series, which are crossover books that are great for teens and adults, but also for younger children too, are these Understanding Economics and Understanding Philosophy are our two lists, and they are beautifully illustrated and super engaging inside, but also very informative, like I said, for adults, teens, and younger children as well. Getting Started with Science is a new one in our STEAM series. So it's helping kids understand how the world works, understanding more about science, talking about deep things like mammals, food, oxygen, how life on our planet works. Speaking of science and speaking of STEAM, we have this new one called The Amazing Discoveries of 100 Brilliant Scientists. So this one talks through all these different scientists and their discoveries and how they have impacted our lives and the way that we understand the world. We have, in addition to our comparisons book, we have a comparisons book for older kids, but now we have one for younger kids that helps kids to be able to compare big and small and understand a little bit better by seeing things visually, comparing it to something that they might know, and see the size and shape and abilities and things like that of things in the world around them. So here are some of our newest in our questions and answers series for older kids. We have recycling and trash, brand new, just came out, and then plastic. So great to learn more about, once again, how to help our planet. Those ones are in our questions and answers series. We have, in the Lift the Flap series, we have biology. This is possibly one of the most beautiful books we own, learning all about biology, and you're able to lift the flaps and dig a little bit deeper into biology and on our planet. We have Looking After Our Planet that just came out as well in the Lift the Flap series to learn more about how we can take care of our planet. See Inside Oceans, Grammar and Punctuation. We have See Inside Germs. We have a one for younger kids as well. Very apropos, also includes coronavirus in it. So that's pretty cool that we can learn about that. And then a few more that I'll share are, we do have some fun language books, and we have these ones. I like sports, or I like animals. What jobs are there? So learning more about jobs and careers. And then these ones are language books, learning about Senor Roscoe and Monsieur Roscoe. You can tell I don't speak French, but learning more, learning French and learning Spanish. And we do have a ton of Spanish books, just Spanish. This one's Spanish and English, but we have just Spanish books if you are looking for Spanish titles too. So thank you for joining me. I hope you found some books to love, and we will talk soon. Bye.